Why here in Manitowoc? You know, we've seen you guys have a presence in Northeast Wisconsin, but
Yeah.
not quite here. So
Yeah, well, I think it makes a difference. Vice President Harris has made it clear she wants to be president for all Americans. We want to reach out to every corner here in a manufacturing facility. We obviously have a plan for American manufacturing, rejuvenating that, creating 186,000 jobs here rather than the losing the 82,000 that Donald Trump did. And I think it's to get out to these voters who want to turn the page on this, want to see a new way forward, and getting and showing that we care. Every single vote matters.
yeah. About 1 week to go until Election Day, obviously, with early voting already underway. I know there was a lot of people that were out, but what is your guys' final message with your campaign heading into this final week ahead of Election Day?
Yeah, this is an opportunity to chart a new way forward, one where you've got a president for all Americans, one that focuses on the middle class, making sure we're bringing down costs for them, whether that be in the grocery store or whether it be for healthcare costs, making sure we're keeping rural hospitals open and re-energizing those communities. And I think more than anything, bring a sense of hopefulness and forward-leaning. These are our neighbors across this country. We're Americans together to end the division and to bring us back together to continue to lead.
Yeah. If the Harris-Walz administration could only get Congress to agree and pass one major piece of legislation, you know, where is your guys' priority?
Well, I think it's hard to say that, picking one or the other. We know there's issues out there. We need to certainly recodify the right to make your own health care decisions around Roe versus Wade. We have an incredible bipartisan border bill that will solve what people want to see solved, like holding true to the American values. Those are things that we need to do. Making sure we're strengthening health care across there, things that we can do. So I don't want to just pick one on this, but I want to say whatever we're doing is going to be focused on the middle class, improving their lives, bringing down costs, and reunifying this country.
Yeah, obviously here in a Great Lakes state, and obviously you know your home state of Minnesota, very lots of lakes there as well. But you know, what would you guys do to help preserve the Great Lakes with water in demand?
Obviously? Oh yeah, it matters. And I work closely with the Great Lake governors and premiers in Canada, our friends up there, making sure we're tackling PFAS issues, making sure we're protecting our water. Look, we're blessed. We have about 20% of the world's fresh water, and this is with climate change is going to become more important. Investing in that, working partnerships with communities, understanding that one of the freedoms we have is the freedom to drink clean water, to breathe clean air, and tackle those things while we're still growing a modern energy economy like we're doing. So I do think it matters. And Minnesota and Wisconsin, we care. We're good stewards of the land. I think across the nation, we can continue to make those investments.
Obviously, there's been some Republican endorsements for your guys' side. One of those being Rob Coles, notably in our area here in Northeast Wisconsin, very long time serving state senator. How important are endorsements like that for your campaign?
They're really important, and I would also say in a thanks to them, this is about putting country over party. I'm under no illusion the senator's not going to agree on every single policy we have, but I think the core principle, adhering to the Constitution, the rule of law, getting away from the name calling and the division, I think seeing some of these folks, whether it's nationally with Liz Cheney or it's local with the senator, mayors that are coming out. I was with Mayor Giles just yesterday down in Arizona saying, look, we need to do something on immigration, but it's the Harris-Walz campaign that'll actually do it. So they matter to me, but I think more than anything, I think for your viewers should restore their faith that our politics doesn't have to be this divisive. These leaders are stepping up and showing that's true.
Anything you want to say on Trump's speech at Madison Square Garden, or even ahead of, I know J.D. Vance will be in Racine today, not too far from where you'll be in Waukesha?
Well, they should be asked. I mean, the disrespect, it's absolutely atrocious what they're saying. I said our fellow citizens down in Puerto Rico who pay tax, their American citizens vote or whatever, to be dissed. But this is nothing new. They come to our cities and they talk. He says it's a garbage nation or whatever. I think my message to the folks out there is it doesn't need to be this way. We can disagree on policy, but we can all agree that we're not standing with Vladimir Putin. We're not praising a Chinese dictator. We're not saying that the American public is more dangerous than a North Korean dictator with nuclear missiles, all things Donald Trump has said. And I would just say you don't need to listen to me. Listen to the people who are around him. We can turn the page on this stuff. We can unify together. We can have robust policy discussions and differ, but we can make sure our politics adheres to our 250 years of democratic leadership.
Yeah, and why is the Harris-Walz campaign better for Wisconsin, and just the country in general?
Well, we've delivered. We certainly aren't dividing it. The Vice President has a lifetime of service to the middle class, myself included. We've done things in Minnesota, whether it's feeding our children or making Minnesota a top 5 business state. We're actually out there solving problems. Vice President Harris has a to-do list. Donald Trump has an enemies list, and that is a very big difference. And I think our records show that we're doing it. We can reunify, and I humbly ask folks to earn your support, and let's turn the page.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.